All right, guys, it is time for the arena card review. I don't know why I'm calling it this time, just because I can. Why not? We're going to be reviewing the new cards from the Audiopocalypse mini set. And yeah, was it 38? Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. It's 38 new cards. I believe we'll be going in alphabetical order. That's the site I'm pulling from Hearthstone Top Decks. I believe that's how they have it. So we'll be going from starting with Death Knight and working our way down. All of the review is for Arena. That's all we're going to talk about. So we're using a scale of 1 to 5, where an average card is a 3. This is the scale, probably could use a little bit of updating, but we're saying an average card is a 3-mana 3/4, which honestly these days that might be a little bit of a stretch, but that's going to be our baseline. 3-mana 3/4 average, which means most of the cards will probably be above average, and that's fine. I'm okay with it. Yeah, so 1 to 5, 3 being average, and 5 being, you know, a colossal or whatever you want to say. All right? Okay, let's get into it. We're starting off with Dead Air. 2 mana. This is a DK Frost / Unholy card. So you need one of each of the runes. Destroy your undead. Resummon them. More like Dead Draw, am I right? It's going to be a long review if I'm doing this on the first card. But yeah, in Arena, it's not... I don't think this card's very good, right? The idea is you have... you have Death Rattle synergy, and I forget... I guess we'll see how much Death Rattle synergy we have. But yeah, I guess... The idea is you could use it on undeads that are damaged to res them with full health, or you could use them on on Death Rattle stuff. But it really just feels like a worse Unholy Frenzy, doesn't it? In almost every case, if you Unholy Frenzy is a great card, and it went from 3 mana to 2 mana. It's just Omega broken, but that card is just much better because you get to trade into something first, right? So, and Frenzy doesn't just do undead. That's right. This is only undead too. Yeah. So it's really bad. Probably a 1. I think we start off with a 1 here. I don't think this card's worth it. There's so many good cards and there's so many good DK cards that I don't think. I don't think we use this. It is a combination. So Frost and Holy is a pretty decent combination traditionally, but I don't see it being very good. Yeah, Unholy Frenzy does damage. I mean, Unholy Frenzy's probably at 2 mana might be a 5-star card, at least 4.5. So obviously this is a lot worse than that, but I think this card pretty much sucks for Arena. All right, let me see the best way to do this. Okay, yeah, we'll just do it like this. This should be okay. The next card is Yelling Yodeler. It's a 4-mana 3/4 undead. Battlecry, trigger friendly minions Death Rattle twice. So this is a dual class Hunter DK, it looks like. I'm terrible with the portraits and knowing what they are, but Hunter DK card. All right, so let's try to be optimistic here. It doesn't, on face value, it doesn't seem great, but it does have potential because double Death Rattle trigger. You're basically paying 1 mana for that effect. I don't think it's that bad, is it? What are going to be the good hits for Hunter? You could hit high main. I feel like there's going to be better hits in Hunter than DK, probably. Just traditionally, Hunter is pretty good Death Rattles. Well, Mountain Bear, we don't know the rotations. That's something I should say. As of the time of me filming this, I don't know what the rotation is going to be. My assumption is it's going to be standard because that's just the safest bet. If it's something other than standard, then basically all of these cards will be, in a sense, better than the average pool because, card quality tends to go up over time. So if it's older sets, these cards will probably dominate even more. But, yeah, just as a side note, that's kind of what I'm operating under. Probably going to be standard, but maybe we'll get some other news tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, there's some decent hits. I actually don't think it's terrible. I want to say it's like an average card, 3. Maybe 3.5. Because even if you hit on just a decent hit, let's see, so you hit on the 2/1 Death Rattle Summon a 2/2. You're paying, or you could play it as a combo, right? 6 mana, you get a 2/1, 3/4, and 2/2/2s. It's not too bad, right? I don't actually think it's that bad. I want to say like a 3. 3.5 maybe. All right, I'm going to go above average. Is this man insane? Boom, he's hit him with a 3.5. All right. I'm going to give, so one note, I think we can actually discuss this. I kind of want to just give a single score for the card. But then I think what we can do for some of the cards is if there's a big discrepancy between the classes, we can talk about it, but I don't really want to give a separate score for each card. Yeah, so I think for Hunter and DK, I would give this a little bit of a nod to Hunter, but I'm going to give it a 3.5 overall. All right. What's next? Hollow Hound. This is a 6-mana 3/6 undead beast. Lifesteal and Rush. Also damages minions next to whomever this attacks. Wow. Seems pretty good, right? OP, yeah, it seems quite good. Because the thing about it being a cleave effect is you're going to get healing on probably 3 targets when you play it. So yeah, that seems pretty strong. 3 attack is a little kind of for like the late game at the point this comes down, but I think it'll be okay. I feel like so often in this meta, and if it's standard, it'll be kind of the same. There's so many just little shitters around even at the later stages of the game, so you'll probably be able to get a pretty good hit in, even though it's like late game. So yeah, I think it's quite strong. Likely going to be a 9 healing the turn that it's played. So what's like an overall score? Like a 4? Is it a 4.5? The one thing I have to say about it is, like, for Arena, both Hunter and DK tend to be fairly aggressive classes, and it's more like a defensive card, isn't it? I guess for Hunter, it could give you more hero powers, which isn't the worst thing. I think I'm gonna go 4.5. I think the cleave, because it reminds me a little bit of what's the Hunter card, the Hunter Infuse card, the 4-mana 3/5. That card's just nuts. But sometimes you draw it like later on and you can't infuse it, and then it's a little awkward because it's just a 4-mana 3/5 rush. This card, you pay 2 more mana, but it always is infused, basically, right? And it has lifesteal on it, so it seems really good. Yeah. Let's get through multiple taunts sometimes too. Yeah, for sure. All right. That's a cool one. All right, what we got next? Cold Feet. 2 mana frost spell, and this is a dual class Death Knight Paladin, I guess. Enemy minions cost 5 more next turn. I mean, it's not good, right? I feel like this card could be really good if it was like an old meta, you know? And it was so minion-based. But in current Hearthstone Arena, so often a warrior is playing a bridge riff or equipping a weapon. Mages are happy to just play a bunch of spells. So it's one of those things where certain matchups, even druids seem to have a lot of spells. I think it's pretty bad. This is horrible to play against, but I don't want to draft it. Yeah, I think in the right spot, it could be very broken. Like, you want to play it maybe on like turn 7 with a 5-drop to mess up their next turn or something like that. But drafting it, I don't know. I don't think it's a card I want to draft, so I think it's below average. Like 1.5 or something. Maybe okay from Teacher or something. Yeah, if you generate from Teacher to mess up their turn or something, sure. That just kind of shows you the power of Teacher, for sure. Chat's kind of saying a 2. I think a 2 is fair. I might even say it's a little bit worse than that, but we can go with a 2. I think that's okay. You know, like, in the right spot, it could be game-winning, but it's not a card I want to put into my deck. All right. Oh, boy, chat. Some kind of, yeah, those cards are fine. Oh, that's kind of good. And then we get this thing, dude. Cool Ghoul. 4 mana, 3/1. Divine Shield Reborn. Oh, by the way, it also has the undead tag, okay? It's for both Death Knight and Paladin. It's going to be insanely good for both of them because it's just annoying. It has, tribe synergy. I mean, just think, you have to kill the shield, then you kill it, then it comes back again with the shield. Like, yeah. I'm just thinking how good. It's easily a 4.5. It's a matter of if it's a 4.5 or a 5. Would I rather have this or Buffet Biggin? I think I would draft Buffet Biggin over this. That doesn't necessarily mean it's not a 5, but I want to say this is probably a 4.5. Because although it's really annoying, it doesn't have that like immediate just like broken presence. But it's very good. It's very good. I think you'll be drafting this in both classes pretty much every time. Yeah. It's going to be omega annoying. You can ignore it. I mean, the problem is, like, you can kind of ignore it, but at the same time, 3 damage isn't irrelevant for, like, trading into your board, and it's just going to stick around and get a ton of kills. So, yeah. Anyhow, it's going to be very, very, very good. All right, cool ghoul. What's next? We're on to Demon Hunter, chat. We're flying. We're flying. Remixed Rhapsody. 5 mana, deal 3 damage to all minions. Gains an extra effect in your hand that changes each turn. Okay, so I think... Let me see the best way to do this. Let me see where the... additional information's here. Hold on, I can show you guys it in a better way. Let me just... Give me a second to expand this. All right. So, let's see. Angsty Rhapsody. Deal 3 damage to all minions, draw 3 cards. Okay. That's a lot of cards. Emotional Rhapsody. Deal 3 damage to all minions, give your hero +5 attack this turn. Okay. Resounding Rhapsody. Deal 3 damage to all minions twice. Quinn's malding about something. It's distracting. Hold on, let me close the door a little bit. Quinn's malding. All right, Resounding Rhapsody. Deal 3 damage to all minions twice. Wow, so that's deal 6 to the board. And Wailing Rhapsody. Deal 3 damage to all minions, summon a 5/5 demon. Oh, great. That's basically just Harmonic Pop for 1 mana cheaper. How cool. How great. Yeah, this card should be really good. I am always a little wary of these type of cards, though, in a class like DH, because I feel like in Arena, most of the time, you're pretty aggressive when you play Demon Hunter. So stuff that hits your own board feels kind of like, unless it builds a board for you as well. You know, like in the case of what was the card that deals 3 to all and then summons as many 3/3s for that? I forget the name of it, but that card was stupid. But, you know, there's enough tempo here. Like Wailing Rhapsody gives you a board back. Drawing 3. I think this card's quite good. Like 4.5, something like that, I would guess. Deal 3 to all minions, draw 3. Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, Cycle of Hatred. Yeah. Chat, I think it gets the Dread Special. I think it gets the patented 4. Excuse me. Patented 4.5. Let me fix this setup now, since for the rest of them, I think it's just 1 card. The patented Dreads 4.5. All right. What's next? Rhythm Dancer Riza. Is it Riza or Rissa? Chat, I'm going to say Riza unless you guys tell me I'm wrong. This is a 5 mana 3/5 legendary. Rush, after your hero attacks, return this to your hand and set its cost to 1. Ryza? Rhythm Dancer Ryza? Okay, that could be it. I think it's decent. Because the turn it comes down, it's like, right? Like, you're going to pay 5 mana for a 3/5 rush, but then from there on out, you basically get 2 mana for your hero power plus, like, a removal tool. I think it's okay in Arena. Trash? I don't think I mean, it's, for a legendary, it's kind of meh, right? Like, It's kind of meh. But I think in Arena, it's still like a decent card. It will be a little weird if you want to kill something high attack and you can't really do that. But yeah, I think it's fine. Like a 3 maybe, 3.5-ish. I think I'm okay with 3.5. Yeah, compared to like Neptulon. I mean, the Colossals are just broken, right? It's hard to compare those cards to the rest of the cards. All right, okay, we'll go with Tough Crowd next. 3 mana, 2/1 demon. Outcast, return a minion to its owner's hand. So this is a Rogue Demon Hunter dual class card. Pretty insane, right? Pretty insane. It's like Sap, basically, but for 1 more mana than Sap, you get a 2/1. It does have to be Outcast, but I think both Rogue and Demon Hunter tend to have, lower mana costs. I think it will be better for Demon Hunter, because I tend to draft Demon Hunter really low mana costs, so I think it'll be easier to Outcast and Demon Hunter than a Rogue. But, yeah, it's very good. It is, like a Kidnapper, right? It's like a modern day Kidnapper. And the upside of those type of cards is that you don't have to worry about death rattles. It's the same with like the drown effects and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's quite good. 4? It's so crazy to me. You look at this card and it's not like a guaranteed 5 or whatever, right? It's just like the game has changed so much that I feel like you don't give a 5 unless it's like a Pack the House or Harmonic Pop, some kind of like those kind of effects. It's probably somewhere between a 4 and a 4.5. I think the Outcast for me means it's a 4. I think that can make it a little awkward sometimes. So I'm okay with a 4, but it's still a card you'll be drafting a lot. And I like having Outcast from more classes, because I think Outcast is one of those effects that you have to plan for a little bit and rewards, planning for. So I like the mechanic overall. All right. What is next? Through Fallen Flame. So this is a Warrior Demon Hunter dual class card. 0 mana, give a minion rush. Finale and +1/1. I mean, I don't really want to spend a card for this, do I? Like, do I? Not really, right? They've had cards kind of similar to this. Like, I remember they had another warrior card. You guys know the one I'm thinking about? I think it gave... Did it force minions to attack it? It was like a 0 mana tradable card, I want to say. And it was kind of a similar type of thing, and I just never wanted it. Yeah, Provoke. It just like... I don't know, it just never felt good. So I kind of see this card similar. Like, yeah, sometimes you can use it to kill something, get lethal, or whatever, but... It's just not really a card I'd want to put in my deck. You could argue that in like a Warrior, you just have so many cards anyways that it's okay to have something like this. But yeah, 0 mana Finale is interesting. It is, yeah. I mean, it'll be very easy to finale it. That's one thing about it. So could give it tradable. Yeah, I'd like the card a lot better if it had tradable. Do you want a 0 mana card in your deck? Well, I mean, there's some 0 mana cards that are great, like the Hunter card, right? The Hunter card, again, I forget the name of it, but the one that any of the minions that die, you return them to your hand. So, yeah, there are good cards. I just don't think this is one of them. It feels like maybe like a 2 to me. I don't know, 1.52. I'm going to go lower on this one. I'm going to go 1.5. I don't like it very much. All right. We are on to Abyssal Basist. 7 mana 4/7 demon with taunt and lifesteal. This is a warrior demon hunter dual class. Costs 2 less for each weapon you've equipped this game. Oh god, the fact that it's equipped. Oh man. That means things like Sword Eater, work with it. Yeah. I mean, how often warriors have weapons just... Again, we don't exactly know what the next meta is going to be, but warriors very often play 3 weapons in a game, and then this comes down for 1 mana. Like it sucks if you have to pay full cost, but I think you'll very rarely be paying full cost for it. And Taunt plus Lifesteal is pretty sick. Yeah, I think it's good. I think for 5, I think it's already good. A 4/7 Taunt Lifesteal is good. Like a 4, I think 4 is probably fair. We'll go with a 4 for it. Yeah. Something you're definitely going to have to keep in mind now when you're playing against Warrior and Demon Hunter is the fact that this could come down, and if you don't have a way to deal with it, you know, burn is just kind of not an option. So, is it Warrior? No, it's Warrior, Demon Hunter. Got to be weapon classes, right? That doesn't make sense. Okay. We're on to Druid. Check out that art. Popular Pixie. It's a 2-mana 2/3. Choose one. Refresh your hero power or your next one costs 0. That's fine, right? I think it's fine. It's like above average. A free hero power. I mean, obviously the idea is that you would combo this with the hero power druid stuff, you know, unconstructed. So you get, you know, 2 turn. You can use your hero power twice for extra damage, or yeah, that's probably the most likely scenario. In Arena, I feel like you'll oftentimes be using it to have your next one cost 0, but I think it's good. Some people are saying, like, you guys think it's not that great? I think it's easily a 3. I think probably like a 3.5. Like, I guess in the mid to late game, it's like, who cares? You get a free 2/3, but it's your next one, right? So you can bank it. No, I think it's definitely above average. I like 3.5. You know, you just play it on 2, and then at some point, you know, we've all had those turns where you need to hero power, but then you can't play what you want to play, and this just kind of does away with that problem. So yeah, I like it. Okay, Doomkin. What the heck is this card, chat? 6 mana 3/4. Battlecry. Take one of your opponent's empty mana crystals. Huh? Obviously, it's for constructed. You know, I don't know. It's like Big Druid or something, but in Arena, it's terrible, right? Just terrible in Arena because, like, you can't play a 6 mana 3/4. It's just too bad. So it's Druid / Warlock dual class. I should mention that. Druid dual class. Yeah. I'm going to give it a 1.5. It could just be a 1, but, you know, someone's going to live that dream. That's where we're giving it that 0.5. They're going to yoink a mana crystal after ramping, and it's going to be beautiful. All right. This is another what face card for Arena. Blood Treant. 5 mana 2/2 Druid Warlock card. Costs health instead of mana. So chat, you guys can pay 5 mana for a 2/2 in 2023. This card has to be bad in constructed too, or no? Is this actually like good in constructed? I really don't like this. This is the card of the set that I looked at and I was like, what is this? Like, what the? Again, I'm kind of far removed from constructed, so I don't really know. But is this playable at all in constructed or what? In Arena, it's a 0. I could see an aggro. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess if you're a super aggressive deck, maybe. But jeez, is it that like? There's so many 1 mana 2/2s, and yeah, sure, it's free, but I don't know, dude. Okay, anyhow, it's terrible for Arena, right? I don't think. Like, I'm gonna give it a 1. There's a time where you could be really aggressive and maybe, but that's just way too much health. It's just not. Yeah. No, thank you. What is that card? All right, chat. Finally, some priest action. Been too long. Funnel cake. Man, anyone get hungry all of a sudden just looking at that? Some strawberries on there looking pretty good. 1 mana, restore 3 health to a minion and its neighbors. For each one overhealed, refresh a mana crystal. Huh. You know, I don't want to sleep too much on this card because I kind of slept on the other priest location. What is it? Fan Club? Is that the name of it? And that card's pretty good, man. What I will say is Fan Club heals your face as well, which I think is a big deal. And it heals all. So if you have more minions, this only will heal 3. But yeah, I still don't think it's great. So refresh a mana crystal. That means you can't use it to ramp, right, chat? Refresh. So you can play, you know, a 4-drop and then use this on 3 minions, and then you get 3 mana back, so you net like a gain of 2 mana. I don't know. I think this is a card that's probably better in Druid, isn't it? Like, it's weird because the synergy is for Priest, right? Overdraw. Like, they have cards with Overdraw. But I could see an Arena with Druid being able to, like, have a buffed up board and then heal it up. It might not be the worst thing. And then be able to use that mana to, like, ramp out more. I get that it's like you have to overheal, but let's say you heal for 2, right? And then you get extra mana. Wait, did I say overdraw? I think the healing part has some relevance. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the healing part could matter. I don't want to draft it ever. Really? I don't think it's like the worst thing ever. You guys think it's awful? I need to eat it. I want to say it's like a 2 or 2.5. I don't think it's that bad. Because it's in the right spot, it can be good. And like if I'm playing Priest, I have 8 billion cards anyways. I don't really care if I use one like this, you know? 3 minions on board to overheal for full value. Yeah, okay, maybe it's not as great as I think. Okay, we'll go with a 2. I mean, I don't think it's good. I'm just thinking about how bad. So we'll go with a 2. But I think it's a card that I will draft occasionally. I think it, like, there are times where it'll be useful. All right. Fanboy. 2 mana 2/2. Choose one, give a friendly minion +2 attack and rush, or +2 health and lifesteal. Oh, God. You know what I hate? The lifesteal part. I fucking hate the lifesteal part. Because I don't know if you guys were the same way, but I look back to when Apotheosis was meta in Arena. Like, before they nerfed it. Like, when it first came out or whatever. And Apotheosis, like, it was so annoying because if you left a minion on the board against a Priest, they just could, like, buff it and then heal for a bunch. And it was just so infuriating because if you go face, they can do that. If you don't go face and keep clearing, eventually you're going to lose anyways. So it was just, like, very frustrating because you kind of had to go face anyways, and if they had to, you just lost. So I kind of feel like this is a similar type of thing. Yeah, I think the +2 health and lifesteal will probably be the more relevant part. I mean, +2 attack and rush isn't bad. I could see you know, having a death rattle come out and then using it on there. I think it's a good card, right? Overall, like how good? Like a 4 probably? 3.5 to 4. It's a 2-drop. It's not 2-drop you just want to drop, but the 2 different options, I think you'll most of the time you'll have a pretty good way to use it. So I feel like it's like a 4. 9.4, that's only me, Punterfunk. Come on, don't be ridiculous. All right, I'm going to go with a 4. But yeah, this is something you're definitely going to have to remember because it's a common card too. So against both Druid and Priest, they could just all of a sudden heal for like 8 out of nowhere. Cool. I love that. That's great. It's going to be great fun. All right. Moving on to some of your guys' favorite class. Not one of my favorite classes, Hunter. I'm kind of a Hunter hater these days. I've had too many painful runs with the class. I don't love it like I once did. Hidden Meaning. 2 mana. Secret. Oh, great. More secrets. When your opponent ends their turn with no mana, summon a random 3-cost minion. I think it's okay, right? Because, you know, like you could drop this on 2. It's very good on turn 2, I think. Because they're likely going to just play another 2. Some 3 or so shit, though. Are they, though? On average, I would say in a standard meta, you're going to get something pretty good, no? Like, sure, there are some low rolls, but on average, you're going to probably get like a 3-4. And one thing that I always, you know, you always have to remember about these secrets is that there's added value in it being a secret. Because, like, it forces people to play weird and adjust around other things, around freezing, etc. So, I actually think this card's pretty decent. I want to say it's like a 3. I think I'm going to go with a 3. I actually don't think it's bad. I mean, I'm a bit of a secret hater, but I think this one will trigger pretty often. And if it triggers early on, it should be solid. So, yeah, I'll go with a 3. All right. Oh, we already did. So it's got some more of the dual class cards. We already talked about them. Star Power. Ooh, a mage card. So Star Power is a 5-mana arcane spell. Deal 5 damage to a random enemy minion. Repeat this with 1 less damage. So it's going to be a board clear a lot of the time, isn't it? That stage of the game? Yeah, it's like a better shell shot, right? It's a shell shot scaled up to 5 mana. Yeah, so it does 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? So that's what? Let's do quick math. 5 plus 4 is 9, 12, 14, 15 damage. It's quite a bit. I have to say that shell shot always feels kind of mediocre to me, doesn't it? Like, I'll pick up a shell shot off of a Discover in the right spot, but drafting it never feels great. I wonder if this card will kind of be the same. You guys think this card's great? I don't know, man. I think it's, like, okay. Because depending on where it goes, right? If it's, like, a wide board and it goes into a 2 first or whatever, it's not bad. It feels like it's going to be much better for Mage than Hunter to me. Because Mage kind of can play, like, off the board more than Hunter. And this is like, I guess it preserves your board, though, for Hunter. Maybe it's not the worst. I don't know. Arcane Hunter is going to be tits. Well, yeah, I think the idea, that's why they have it as a dual class, right? The potential for Hunter to you know, to make use of some of those things. Another 3. Yeah, I'm thinking it's like around average. Is it slightly above average? Is it 3.5? I don't really know if it is. I want to say it's like a 3 again. With Spell Power, it gets pretty nutty though, right? Like, obviously, if you can combo with Spell Power, it's probably going to be like a crazy board clear. Yeah, I'm going to go with another 3. I don't know. It just seems okay to me. But yeah, Spell Power can make it good. Every card's 4.5. No, that is grossly overstated. I am very accurate with my card reviews. You can go back and look at them. This, everything's a 4.5 is just a meme that's long, like it's from the past. Current Dreads reviews are just rock solid, like my donger. Sorry, what? The next card is Costumed Singer. 1 mana, 2/1. This is a Mage Hunter dual class card. At the it's some water. At the end of your turn, draw a secret. What do you guys think? Are there going to be a lot of secrets? We just saw another Hunter one. It's one of those cards where if you have secrets, it's great. If you have no secrets, it's terrible, obviously, because it's a 1 mana 2/1. So it's like, you hate secrets and all secret stuff. I'm kind of with you. I don't like secrets at all. I think it's good, though. You know, like, if you have secrets, you draft it highly. If you don't, you don't. An overall, it's kind of hard to give an overall score because it's very clear, like, whether you should draft it or not. But like maybe a 3.5, 4-ish, something like that. Like it more in Hunter. I think it's probably a little better in Hunter, but probably fine in both. It does give you a curve play in Hunter, right? So I agree. I think it's probably a little better in Hunter. 3.5, 4. I'm gonna go 3.5 because I'm a secret hater, dude. I fucking hate secrets, so I'm not gonna be drafting it that highly, even if other people do. But I think it's pretty solid. All right, Costumed Singer done. On to, well, I guess kind of continuing with Mage. All right, chat. Remix Dispensobot. 4 mana, 4/4 mech. Gains an extra effect in your hand that changes each turn. Dude, I love this card because I love mechs and I love Mage. So I don't actually know how good it is. I hope it's good because I just love it, but I'm not entirely sure. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, the versions are down here. Let me do the same thing where I make this a little bigger so we can see. All right, so let's see. Chilling Dispensobot, 4 mana, 4/4. Okay, I don't need to say that. All of them have the same stat line, obviously. So Battlecry, get 2 random frost spells. So for me, maybe I'll get 2 frozen touches. That'd be kind of cool. Do you know if you can get the same thing, chat? Probably, right? 2 random. It doesn't say 2 different randoms, so I'm assuming you could. And then Dispenso bot, Battlecry, get 2 random mechs. So that's a ton of value, and could be Gaia or whatever. Oh yeah, Deathborn. I mean, there's just a lot of good frost spells. The money Dispenso bot is Battlecry, get 2 coins. I mean, I guess that's okay-ish. That's probably like kind of eh. Wait. Battlecry, okay, get 2, sorry, in my mystery Dispenso bot. Battlecry, get 2 random Mage Secrets. In my head at first, it was that it cast 2 Mage Secrets, and I was like, what the hell? That's not okay. I will lose my goddamn mind, but you get them in hand. You still have to pay mana for them. So if you're the DRE, you're only playing this if you get the random mechs or the random frost spells, right? I don't want secrets, but I'm waiting for these. And it just rotates each turn. Does it rotate, or hold on? It's an extra effect in your hand that changes. So it's random. It's like each turn you have a 1 out of 4 chance, right? For each of them to be hit. Correct? Hi, Merps. Are you here for the arena review? Yeah, it's just random, right? I love this card. I'm giving it a high score. I don't know how good it is. It's probably pretty good. I mean, that's a lot of value for 1 card. And a 4-mana 4/4 isn't the worst thing ever. So I'm thinking 4.5. I don't think it's quite a 5. If it was like a 4-mana 4/5, I think I'd give it a 5. Honestly, you can play this on 4 and play a 7 next turn. Yeah, with the coins. Yeah. New cards. Yep. New stuff. So I love it. Chat. Wait, before we move on, I know I said this was all about arena, but tell me that I can play Mech Mage with this. This is going to take Mech Mage to the next level. Surely I can compete with Relic Demon Hunter. Surely, right? And Blood Decays. Like, surely this takes it to the next level, right? Probably not, but listen, a man can dream. A man can dream. All right. Let's see. We're on to Paladin, chat. There's a really mold-worthy card coming up. I just want to let you guys know ahead of time that I am going to be very angry soon about a card. All right, Dance Floor. 2 mana, give your minions rush. Huh. That's kind of an interesting one. I don't know. I don't really like it. Is that stupid? Like, I can see the idea behind it. Paladin has a bunch of Divine Shield minions. They got like the 4/3 or Jitterbug or whatever. So you get this down early, and then you can use it to get value of the Divine Shield and draw and stuff, but I don't know. You think that's worth 2 mana? It's good in certain situations. I guess you could play like the 7 mana spell and then get some trades. It's like okay, right? Because Paladin does have trouble getting on the board, so maybe it's not too bad, huh? You think it's bad? I actually think it's all right the more I think about it. For a class that really, with a lot of Divine Shields and struggles to get on the board sometimes, it struggles to come back. So, it's not an upgraded broom. Not getting the 1/1 rush is really bad. Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, you know, I wouldn't say it's an upgraded broom, but it's a similar type of effect. It is a similar type of effect. Second charge is much better than broom, and as a second charge to begin with. Yeah, it's interesting to think about. I want to say this was Biggin. Yeah. I mean, there are times where it'll be great. I think I still want to say it's like slightly below average, but is that crazy? Like 2.5? Maybe it's a 3? I can just see turns where this card blows people out, but I don't know. 4. It's funny. So this is clearly one of those cards that people are pretty divided on. I think there's enough. I don't think it's bad. I think there's enough synergy, at least if it's standard, with Divine Shield and stuff, that it's fine. But I don't think it's great. So I think I'm gonna go with a 3, right in the middle, baby. Which is kind of a cop-out review score, but I just think There are decks where it'll be very good, and there's decks where you probably don't want to draft it, so. Okay. What is next? We already did Cold Feet. We already did Cool Ghoul. Now I guess we'll do the dumb one. Horn of the Windlord. 6 mana, 3/4. Wind Fury. Whenever your hero attacks a minion, set its stats to 3/3. Like, oh, this card makes me so angry. For many reasons. So, first off, why do you have to make it a dual class card? Because I don't fucking want to see this in 2 classes. Just give the dumb card to... It feels like it fits more Paladin. Just give it to Paladin. Why do we have to give it to 2 classes? Secondly, why does it have Wind Fury? Like, why? Because the thing about this card is that I think generally the idea behind it is you're going to use it to, like, remove something, right? Like, you're going to use it to remove a big minion, and then you're going to have it equipped to just keck your opponent's next, like, 3 turns. But if you want, you can use it to hit people in the face, right? Like, it can do 6 damage a turn. Like, it's so stupid. It's just so dumb. Yes, I know it's bad against 1/1s, or it's bad against hitting totems. Yeah, big fucking deal. Just don't hit the totems. Don't hit the 1/1. Instead, just aim it at their fucking dome. It's fine. So this card is like, I don't know. I just hate this card because it's gonna be that feeling kind of similar to what's the warrior card? The one where you make minions attack each other. It's kind of similar to the Paladin card, too, the Paladin location, where, like, you know that you can't play a big minion the next turn. It just feels so bad, you know? Yeah, it's kind of like Super Collider, but it's kind of... It's almost like that location on steroids, where it's just going to mess up your turns for a long time. So, I think this is an easy 5, like, because it's just so versatile. You can use it to go face, you can use it to clear minions. You know, you can just hold your opponent hostage by keeping it equipped. So yeah, I really hate that this card's a thing. So just draft more Vipers. Just have weapon removal. It's fine. Just you know, it's fine. It's not fine. Anyhow, okay, I'm done with my rant. And then we go from that card that looks omega broken to what is this thing? What am I looking at, chat? Jukebox Totem. 2 mana 0/4 mech totem. At the end of your turn, summon a 1/1 Silverhand Recruit. I actually don't think the card's that bad, to be completely honest. Like, I think it will be better in Paladin than it will be in Shaman for Arena. Obviously, it's got, like, totem synergy with Shaman, like this plus the Anchor, was it called Anchor Totem or whatever, the 0/3, is pretty sick. Yeah, it's good for Infuse. Like, the 4 health means it's probably fine, right? Like, it's just going to be kind of hard to kill. There's a good chance if you play it on turn 2, you get at least 2 1/1s and they have to deal with it. So, yeah, I think it's good. How good, though? What do you guys think? I don't think it's great. I want to say, yeah, like 3.5-ish. It's probably somewhere in that range. Like, in the right deck, it could be even better than that. But I think on average, I'd say about 3.5. With Warhorse. Yeah, I mean, you do have to think about the fact that if you play it, it's a card that gets a bit worse if you're, like, even on the board, I guess. Or if you're behind, it's really bad, and it's just so easy for them to deal with it. But, yeah, I'm going to go with a 3.5 on this one. It's kind of weird having a totem for Paladin, though, no? I don't know, like, the dual class stuff does weird me out a little bit, this mini set. Like, I'm not one that's all about flavor, but a Paladin with totems just, it feels odd to me. All right. On to everyone, well, some people's favorite. Priest chat. Time for some priest. Coffee then priest. Ambient Light Spawn. 4 mana, 3/4 elemental. Finale and Overheal. Give another random friendly minion +2/2. Finale and Overheal. Oh, so you can. So if you have something on the board and you play this on turn 4, you give something +2/2, and you get to choose, right? It's not random. Oh, it said random, and I just didn't read it. You get to choose, right? Okay, so it's not targeted, which means that makes it a little bit worse. But oftentimes you'll just have 1 minion on board, right? And you want to and you want to trade up with it. So, it's it's like unplayable garbage though if you're behind, right? I guess the way you'd use it if you're behind is you play it like on turn 6 with a 2-drop or something. And then you play, let's see, it'd be like a 4/5 and a 3/4 for 6 mana. And that thing kind of has to be dealt with. It's kind of okay. What do you guys think? I feel like the Overheal part of it, it's probably not irrelevant. You'd probably, there's sometimes with Priest where you take +2/2 for 2 mana, right? It's not that bad. Solid 3, 3.5, 3. This feels like a 3 to me. Because, I don't know, because it seems like it fits more of like an on-the-board type Priest thing. Obviously, it's really good with the 2/5 that someone's a copy of itself, but that's like, what, an 8 mana combo? Good luck with that. Works with Fan Club. That's true. Yeah, that's true. There's some synergy with it for sure, right? That's true. I think 3 is probably a fair though. Like, there are times that, like, I think you will want to play around this card a little bit because it's common. So turn 4, if you can just clear a little shitter and you're going, if it's a Priest, you probably want to do it, but it doesn't seem like a total like game-breaking card. All right. The next card is Plagiarizer. You get it like Plagiarizer, but like it's a pirate. So Plagiarizer. You get it? This is a 3 mana 4/3 pirate. Battlecry, get a copy of the top card of your opponent's deck. So it's just a 3 mana 4/3 that gives you a card and information, huh? Pretty good. Didn't we have a card kind of similar to this, chat? The weapon, Lobotomizer, right? It's kind of similar to Lobotomizer. Lobotomizer was a 2/2 weapon, honorable kill. Get the top card of your opponent's deck, right? I think it's good. I mean, I think a 3/4 set line is better than a 4/3, but 4/3 is fine. I think on turn 3, and it just gives you value. You know, these cards are more and more common where it's really not that bad of tempo, and it just gives you more stuff, and just plays into why you have like a billion cards in hand so often. For both Rogue and Priest, it didn't have that, so I think it's quite good. How good? Man, it's so funny because like in old Hearthstone, I know I said this a few times, this thing would be like a 5, right? Like insane. It's a decently statted minion and just gives you a card. And not just that, it gives you a card that your opponent drafted, which is probably better than the average card. But in like current day, it's like, it's fine, it's good. Like it's probably a 4. I don't even think it's a 4.5, right? I think it's good. But yeah, it's it's better in Rogue as Pirates. That's fair, yeah. Like the 2/5 can draw it and stuff. There's some synergy with it. The weapon can maybe like dredge it up or something. But I don't know. I actually think it's good in Priest too, just because this is what Priest wants to do. Like I talk about a lot, but Priest just wants to play like decently statted or maybe even like slightly understatted minions that give you more options and just give you more, just more value. And this card does that. So, I mean, I'll be drafting it a ton. I don't think it's like broken, but it's the kind of card I'll be taking probably every time. All right. What is next? Deafen. 1 mana, silence a minion. Combo, also deal 2 damage to it. Silence a minion. Combo, also deal 2 damage to it. It's okay, chat. Hey, Flappy Bird, thanks for the 63 months. I didn't see it pop up. Maybe I turn them off on there. I always forget. But thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Thanks for the 63. Urshog is back. Yeah, it seems like it's a solid card. I don't know, silence feels like it's pretty valuable these days, so Shard's so much better, IMO. Yeah, I would say Shard is better, at least for Priest. I would say that it's better. This card might be better, let's say hypothetically, for Rogue, if Rogue could also draft that. But I think it's fine. Like, what do you guys think? 3.5? Do we share the Quinn? Yeah, he's molding about something. He's angry, so he said bye-bye to his granddad. He'd probably be saying bye-bye daddy if I was over there. 3.5. Yeah, I think it's around that too. We've been a lot of these kind of ratings like 3-ish, right? Deal 2 and silence. It's fine. I think it's probably, honestly, these days it's probably just a 3. Because there's so many cards that deal like 2 damage and you discover or something, and that's like way better. So I think 3 is fine. Seems okay. All right. What's next? We already did Fanboy. Okay, we already did this dual class. On to Rogue. We'll continue with Rogue, I guess. One Hit Wonder. 2 mana, 2/1 undead. Rush. Combo game, poisonous. So this is another one of those cards where it just shows you how far we've come for Hearthstone, you know? It's like, you now have 2 mana, kill a minion, right? 2 mana, kill any minion. So, yeah, and the funny part is, like, I think this card's very good, but again, it's nowhere near like a 5, right? It might not even be a 4.5. That's how crazy Hearthstone has gotten. Is that this card is like good, but I don't even know if I'd say it's broken. You know, it's like I'm so used to priests playing 1 mana kill my minion anyways. So it's like, you know, it's like, I don't know. I mean, but it's very good. It's very good. I mean, Rogue wants a ton of ways to kill big things, and this is very good for it. So it's probably, I'd say it's at least a 4. It's somewhere between like a 4 and a 4.5. But yeah. I mean, there is the situation where it's behind a taunt, right? Like the big card's behind a taunt. But I think generally in Rogue, if that's a situation, if you're in a situation where they have like a big minion behind taunts and you haven't been able to clear it up, you're probably kind of screwed anyways. But in general, it's going to be 2 mana kill a thing. So probably a 4. Yeah, honestly, I don't even think it's a 4.5. I think it's a 4. Oh, God, Hearthstone's so weird these days, chat. It's just so weird. All right. What is next? We already did Tough Crowd. Okay, we've already done all of them. It's all like, we already saw all the dual class ones for Rogue. Interesting. All right, Shaman. Remixed Totem Carver. 3 mana, 3/2. Gain an extra effect in your hand that changes each turn. Wait, someone chats. First of all, you missed Sap. We just saw Sap. Hold on, before we do this one, because now I thought about it. It's right here. Hold on. Actually, you can't see it. Wait. Sap's right there. 3 mana, 2/1. Outcast, return a minion to its owner's hand. It's right there. It's here now. All right. Hold on, I just clicked off of this. Okay, wait, now we're derailed again, but let's get back onto it. Okay, so, yeah, Remix Totem Carver. Let's see what the effects are. 3 mana, 3/2, but let's see what the effects are. So they have a lot of these remix cards. I kind of like them. It'll be tilting when it's not the form you want, but... All right, so Blazing Totem Carver. 3 mana, 3/2. Battlecry, summon a 0/2 Flame Tongue Totem. All right, so you can get a Flame Tongue Totem. You can get a Manatide Totem. Wow. Or you can get a Jukebox. So Jukebox is the one that summons the 1/1, right? Or a Loud Totem, a Stereo Totem. Stereo Totem. Is Stereo Totem the one that buffs in hand, chat? But isn't that a 0/4? Am I crazy? I thought that was a 0/4. Is it not? I know it says 0/3, but in my head, I thought that card was a 0/4. No, it's always been 3 health? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's a good but not great card. Like, some of them, I would say that the Jukebox and Stereo Totem are just kind of fine to drop whenever. The Flame Tongue kind of needs a situation for it to be good. But I like it. I like the design overall. And I think it's decent. I mean, paying 3 mana for... I mean, that's a lot of stats, honestly, isn't it? You get a 3/2, you get a 0/4 that summons a 1/1. It's pretty good, right? Quinn's like running everywhere. Just like the kid's going crazy. Anyhow, all right, what are we getting for a score? Is this another 4, chat? I feel like it's another 4. But maybe it's a 3.5. I think it's pretty good, man. I think it's okay to give it another 4. Hold on, it's fix this a little bit. I'm gonna go with another 4. All right, cool. I like that card though. That should be a fun card to play with. All right, what else we got? We've already seen Jukebox. Oh, this card, chat. Backstage Bouncer. 4 mana 4/5 beast. Taunt Battlecry. Transform a friendly minion into a copy of this. I think it's good, right? Like my vision of this is you play the weapon, the totem making weapon, what, Chisel Carver or whatever, and then you just have it equipped and then you swing and then you play this with one of the totems and you get 2 4/5s, right? That is a big toad, it is. I think it's pretty good. There's transform a minion that value traded. Yeah. I mean, there's or just a totem, right? Like, you can pay at any time. You can pay 6 mana for 2 4/5s. Both of them have taunt. It's pretty good. Like, that's not a bad turn on its own, is it? 2 4/5s for 6 is still fine, I think. Anima Extractor. So I saw a couple people saying that. Why do you guys think that's good? Transform a friendly minion into a copy of this. Like, then you lose the effect, right? Or am I, like, missing something? Like, it no longer will have the anima effect. The copy will have the buff stats. I don't follow. I mean, yeah, it becomes a 4/5, but it loses the ability, right? Oh, I understand. Never mind. I got what you guys are saying. I thought you were saying use this on anima. You're saying you have the... I was forgetting the part that this was a warrior / shaman card. I was thinking it was just a shaman card. Yeah. Fair. I just was totally forgetting about the part that I was like, this. I was like, what the hell are you guys talking about? Yeah. So if you, that's pretty gross, huh? If you buff it with anima, then you can play. It's like 2 6/7s or something. That's definitely gonna happen. Chat, can they just, if they keep it standard, can they just please nuke anima? Like, nobody wants to lose to that shitter for the next 2 months. We've already lost to it enough. Like, can we just please? What does the anima do? Anima Extractor is a 2 mana 1/4. Whenever one of your minions takes damage, a minion in your hand gets +1/1. It's omega stupid. But it looks like they're just building more synergy with it, which is so dumb. Anyhow, overall score for this card, I think it's better in Shaman than Warrior. I know you guys are talking about anima, but I think it's better in Shaman because you have the totem to easily trigger it. In Warrior, you might not always have like a little shitter to use it with. So I think it's better in Shaman than Warrior. I think it's good in both, though. What do you guys think? Like I know we've given a lot of 4s, but doesn't it kind of feels to me like maybe it's like a 4.5 though, because you can still tempo it, right? Most of the time. I think I'm okay with a 4.5 here. A little better than some of the other ones. Pretty good upside, right? Worst case, it's a Yeti with taunt. I will say there are some fringe scenarios where this card could be a little awkward if you have like a big minion on your board and you don't want to transform it, because it seems like you have to. So, but in that case, you're probably already winning and you probably have other options, but yeah. All right. What is next? Jam Session. So this is a Shaman Warrior dual class again. 2 mana, give a friendly minion plus 3/3. Deal 1 damage to all other minions. Overload 1. Friendly minion plus 3/3. Deal 1 to all other minions. Overload 1. I think it's good, right? Like, I think it's a good card. You get AoE. It's basically you pay 3 mana for that effect, but that seems worth. Plus 3/3 buff and then AoE. It could be a little weird sometimes. Just go with Anima. Yeah, unfortunately, everything seems to be good with Anima. Great. No, it's all other minions. So it buffs the AoE doesn't hit the minion that you buff with this. Yep. Actually, I like it. I think it's pretty solid. AoE on a stick, effectively. Probably so again, it's like a little easier to trigger in Shaman, but I think this one feels a little bit better in Warrior with the enrage, enrage type stuff. So, what do you think? Like 3.5? 3.5 seems okay. It's like, again, it's like 3.54-ish, right? Going Anima and this on 2 is going to be a downfall of Redbeard's streaming career. I'm on the copium that they have realized, because I have complained a lot, that Anima is really bad for the game. So, if it's standard again, Matt surely will adjust Anima down so that Redbeard and myself don't go insane. Surely! All right, you guys like a 4? We can give it a 4. I think that's fine. It's like 3.54. Good card. All right. What's next? Warlock. We already did Warlock. Okay, Warrior. So this is one of the cards that they kind of like highlighted early. Remixed Tuning Fork. 2 mana 2/2 weapon gains an extra effect in your hand that changes each turn. All right, so let's see what the extra effects are. So you can get backup Tuning Fork. Battlecry, discover a taunt minion. Does Warrior have any good taunt minions? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't know. They do. Curved Tuning Fork. 2 mana 2/2 also damages minions adjacent to whomever your hero attacks. Changes each turn. Great. A cleave weapon for 2 mana. Wonderful. Reinforced Tuning Fork is probably the Keck W of the group. 5 armor. And then Sharpened Tuning Fork, Battlecry, gain 2 attacks. So it becomes a true silver for 2 mana. This card's great. I know the class has a lot of weapons, but like a cleave is a special effect, and this is just very, very strong. So this is very good. Seems like an easy 4.5 to me. Easy 4.5. And I will be drafting it a lot. And some people in chat are mentioning the Warlock one. Yeah, maybe the website isn't updated? Hold on, let me refresh and just see. Oh yeah, it's updated now. Okay, we can do the Warlock ones. Good call. I think it hadn't updated when I had loaded the page earlier. All right, so we're gonna go back to Warlock. Sorry, scuffed. Back to Warlock to check out this bad boy. Fanatum? Chad, how the hell do I say this? Is it Fanatum? 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 It's got to be Fanatum. That just sounds more like noble. Lord of the Opera. 30 mana card. 15/15 stats. Taunt, lifesteal. This card's cost is equal to the amount of cards left in your deck. Or amount of cards in your deck. So in Arena, this is just terrible, right? Like you have to have... For it to even just be playable, you have to have gone through 20 of your cards. Right? Like... Jailer card? Yeah, I guess it's like a synergy with Jailer card. I can see that. That seems not great. Right? Turn 1, it's only 26 mana. That's a 30% discount already. Yeah, it's... Wait. No, you guys are thinking about it wrong, right? It's not like... It gets cheaper as you draw cards. Right? Wait, hold on. Am I stupid? Hold on. Now I'm not sure if I'm stupid or not. This card's cost is no. I'm right. Okay. Cards cost is equal to the amount of cards in your deck. Yeah. Okay. So as you draw more cards, it gets cheaper. It's not like if you have 30 in your deck, it's like insane. Okay. Perk did I remember now because Perk did the same thing in Discord. So yeah. Anyhow, for Arena, I think it's really bad. Like probably like a 1, right? Like you don't really have the tools to cycle through your deck fast enough to make this worth it. And obviously, if you're playing 10 mana for it, it's good, but you really want it to be cheap. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 1. Obviously, in standard, maybe you can make it work with Jailer or something, or some type of synergy. But yeah. All right. What else we got? Reverberations. 3 mana shadow spell. Summon a copy of a minion. Each one dies after taking damage. Sorry, what? Huh? Summon a copy of a minion. Each one dies after taking damage. So the copy and the original? I don't understand this card. Someone explain to me, like, why this is a card. You ping theirs. Okay, so if you're playing as a mage, you can ping theirs. Okay, that makes sense. So it's like 5 mana kill thing in for mage. Okay. But how is it supposed to work with like Warlock? Like what? Like why is it a Warlock dual class card? It's still kind of bad. I think it's still pretty mediocre. It's like a bad jellyfish, right? It's like doesn't seem very good. You kill off your own stuff. Oh, copy death row stuff like mines and things. Okay, I see. Yeah, I don't think it's very good. I mean, how good is 5 mana in mage? How good is 5 mana kill a minion? It's like pretty bad these days. Feels like maybe like a 2. You like this card? I don't think it's very good though. So I'm gonna copy of a minion. Each one dies after taking damage. Like, yeah, you could copy a death rattle or whatever, and they have to ping it. I don't know. You do get a minion too? What do you mean? How do you get a minion? Oh, wait, so summon... Hold on. I understand. So summon a copy. So you can summon a copy of an enemy minion, but then if you ping it, you lose your minion, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. You copy the enemy, then ping theirs. Yeah, but each one dies, right? Each one dies after taking damage. I don't follow. Your copies take damage to die. It says each, not both. Summon a copy of a minion. Each one dies after... Oh, okay. You're right. Reading comprehension. Each one dies. So until your minion takes damage, you don't lose it. Okay, I was thinking it was like, if either of them take damage, then you lose it. Okay, I understand. So it's like 5 mana for mage. 5 mana, kill a minion, and summon a minion that dies after they ping it, essentially. But they have to be able to ping it. Okay. So maybe it's like a 2.5. I still don't think it's great, though. It's pretty easy to have it take damage, no? Well, we can bump it up to 2.5, because I was misunderstanding it, but it's fine. It's okay. Could you silence a copy and it survive? I think so. I'm assuming that you could silence... I actually don't know, Chad. Is it like an effect on the original minion, or... Does anyone know if you silence the copy on your side, does it survive, or what does Warlock do with this? I don't know. It seems like it's a better mage card for Arena than Warlock. Gonna be alpha if kobolds and the one droppings are in? Yeah, we just don't know what's gonna be in. This card is great. I don't see it being great. Like, you could... So there are some times where it could be very good, you know? Like, if you use it on a rush minion or something, right? Then it could be good. Or if you use it on a death rattle minion, then it could be pretty good. So there are times where it could be pretty nuts. But on average, I think it's like pretty mediocre. But yeah, I can see some cool stuff coming from this card in the right situation. So, all right, what else we got? Fiddle Fire Imp. 3 mana, 3/2 demon. Battlecry, add a random Fire Mage and Fire Warlock spell to your hand. So it's a dual class Warlock Mage. So how good are fire cards, chat? I mean, 2 spells is pretty good, right? Yeah, the stats aren't great on it. It's a 3 mana, 3/2. But you're basically paying 1 mana for 2 random spells. That seems worth, right? They tend to deal damage. Yeah, the pool's okay. Yeah, I mean, the mage, we know the mage, Fireball, Firelands Portal, Pyro, you know. So like 3 Warlock cards. Yeah, one of them's Immolate, Hellfire, right? Hellfire is one of them. What else? Or the other Warlock fire spells. Is that it? Immolate, Hellfire. We gotta be at least missing one. Oh, Arson Accusation. Okay. That's a pretty good one too. That's kind of cute, right? Arson Accusation, because if you get his mage, you can ping yourself to trigger it, right? That's kind of cool. They probably were thinking ahead a bit with that. That's cool. Yeah, I think it's good. What do you guys think? 4? I don't know if I want to say 4.5. I feel like if it was like a 3/3 or... Obviously, if it was a 4/3, it'd be absolutely broken. But I think probably somewhere around a 4 is appropriate for that card. But quite strong. It's definitely a fun card, right? Remember when cards raise the cost? I mean, it does cost something here. You lose 2 health on a minion, basically. But for 2 spells, that's a pretty good deal. That's a pretty decent deal. Okay, all right. So now we already did all the warrior ones because they were like dual class, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're on to neutral cards, I believe. Okay, wow, Elite Tauren Champion is back. ETC returns. 5 mana legendary neutral card. 5 mana, 5/5. Finale, start a rock duel. Players must spend all their mana each turn or else they take 8 or more damage. So if I remember correctly, if you spend all of your mana, the next person gets the spell and then it does 2 more damage. Is that correct? Let me see. Oh yeah, here it is. Molten Pick of Rock. At the end of turn, explode for 8 damage, or spend all your mana to give this to the opponent with +2 damage. So who gets it first? The opponent does, right? So they have to spend all of their mana on turn 6, or they instantly take 8. Man, I don't know. That's a really hard card to give like an overall review of for Arena. Like for a legendary, I don't think it's that great because you could very likely be the one taking the damage. It's probably not a 50-50 though, because it goes to them first. So it's probably more like what? 65-35 or something like that. That they take the damage. Just like guessing. It's okay. The problem with the card is that it's a 5 mana 5/5. And playing a 5 mana 5/5 is so bad. Like, I don't know, man. I just think playing a 5 mana 5/5 in current Arena, just like, you know, people play 5 mana 5/4, 2 5 mana 5/4 rushes. It's like, I think it's pretty weak stat line. It happens forever, yeah. Oh no, it happens until someone takes damage, and then it's over, right? Is that correct, chat? I'm assuming once it pops, it's gone. It's not like it's a constant effect, right? Yeah, just once. Okay. Overall score, I think it's pretty mediocre, huh? Like a 2. It's obviously better than an aggressive deck, but I don't know. I think it's pretty bad. I'm gonna go with a 2. It might be even worse than that, but I don't think you'll be drafting it a whole lot, to be honest. All right. What is this? Magatha, Bane of Music. 5 mana 5/5. Battlecry, draw 5 cards. Give any spells drawn to your opponent. I think I vaguely remember seeing this one. What? Dude, what? What a tilting card, man. What a tilting card. Oh god, you already know the clips of like in arena you draw all spells and they get 5 spells and they hit you with a thank you. I mean, this is terrible. Like, because like the spells are probably the best of the cards to draw, and you draft a lot of spells in today's game. So I think, yeah, this feels like a 1 to me. And again, it's like it's a 5/5. It's such a bad stat line, so it's like, why? You know, these should at least be 5/6s. I don't get why they're 5/5s. This doesn't make sense. All right, when do these drop? So these drop on Wednesday, right, chat? 2 days from the time of me recording this. Okay, what's next? Grim Totem Buzzkill. 4 mana 5/4. Battlecry. Discard a weapon to draw 3 cards. What? It's so random. Good for Rogue. Wait. Does it discard an equipped weapon? Or is it like discard a weapon in hand? I thought it was like a weapon in hand. Right? Or no? Yeah, only in hand. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of how I read it. I think it's okay, but it's hard to give an overall score for this. Luckily, it's an epic, so it's not going to be like clogging up our drafts very often for other classes. And it's still a 4 mana 5/4, which isn't the worst. In Warrior or maybe Demon Hunter, I don't know. It's okay. I think in Warrior it's pretty decent. Oftentimes, I'd gladly ditch a weapon to draw 3 cards, right? So, as far as like an overall score, I don't know. Like an overall score is probably like a 2.5 or something, like whatever a 4 mana 5/4 is. But if you take it for Warrior, a Warrior could be pretty good, right? And Warrior could be maybe more like a 4 or something. I could see it. Oftentimes you have a ton of weapons and maybe you need to draw it into taunts or something. It is pretty expensive though, huh? It's a it's a 4 mana to draw. Like, I mean, you get a 5/4, but if you're like looking for something, it's not the best way to do it. All right. What else we got? Speaker Stomper. 4 mana 4/4. Tradable. Battlecry. Enemy spells cost 2 more next turn. I mean, this is terrible in Arena, right? Like, unless you're playing Mage and they happen to play it and you're like, wow. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. He's stomping on that stereo totem. What the hell? It's pretty violent. I read the name, but I didn't realize what he was doing. He's just crushing that thing. Doesn't care. Yeah, it's pretty bad, right? What, like a 2 or something? It's tradable, so no, it's not terrible. Sorry, Cookie's like running around upstairs right now. I think everything's okay. She's probably just playing. But I hear sounds and I get nervous. I think it's pretty bad though, even with tradable. Like, you could play it in a turn where you want to deny them like clearing your board, but I still think it's pretty mediocre. Like, what do you guys think? 3, 2.5, 2.5? I feel like it's like a 2.5. I think it's pretty poop. Pretty poop. It does block bridge rifts. I mean, it can block certain things at certain times, but overall, like, playing a 4 mana 4/4 doesn't feel very good. And in Arena, oftentimes they just play a minion. It's like whatever. So I don't love it. Is it that much worse than Librarian? I think it's a lot worse than Librarian. Yeah, I think Silence is much more impactful than cost reduction. But yeah. All right. How long until the video's on YouTube? It's hard to say. Kind of depends on how busy Amanda is. She's the one that throws up the videos. So I'll mention that, the sooner the better, but it might be a little bit. If nothing else, you can watch the VOD. The VOD, will be available pretty much immediately. But I'll let you guys know. All right, I think we have 1 card left. Right? Last one, unless I missed any. Remixed Musician. 3 mana 3/3. Rush gains an extra effect in your hand that changes each turn. Okay, well, Dreads, what are the extra effects? Cathedral Musician. 3 mana 3/3. Rush Divine Shield. Wow, Divine Shield, that's pretty sick. Okay. Rush Poisonous. Okay. All right, that's all right. Rush Lifesteal is kind of meh. Rush Wind Fury is pretty meh. The first two are pretty good. Like the noise, dude. This this is probably going to be a tilting card because it's going to be like they're going to get poisoned right after you play a big minion. You're going to be like, God damn it, you know. And then you have in your hand, you hope for poison, and it gives you like Lifesteal, and you're like, God damn it. But I think it's fine. I think it's a good card. A 3 mana Rush Poison, a chance at that, or like this is pretty good tempo. I think it's fine. What do you guys think? 3.5 maybe? Feels like around like a 3.5 to me. I think it's a pretty solid arena card. Oh, that's all I meant to do. $3.5. All right, so I think that's everything. In chat, is there any card I missed? Because I did refresh the website a little bit late. Let me just double check. But I believe we got all of them now. I think the Warlock Mage ones are the ones that were posted today, so that's why they were not on at the beginning. But I believe we got all of them. Just gonna scroll up real quick and make sure. Yeah, we got all of those. Druid. Got the AoE. Yeah. I think we got them all. All right, so what do you guys think? Overall, what do we think? Like, what's our overall impressions? I think that... I mean, the power level is obviously high, but... I don't know. I wouldn't say it's, like, insane. Pretty bad cards. Not a single 5-star. Did we not have a single 5, actually? Wow, been a while since we've had that. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, did Arena dirty again? In what way? I actually think there's some pretty decent Arena cards that aren't broken, but they're like solid. Oh, the Shaman Paladin weapon. That's right. That was a 5. Yeah, that card was stupid. Yeah, that one is. But that's not even a cool 5. That's a 5. Although honestly, rarely are 5s do I think are cool because I think they're too strong. But yeah, outside of that, there's some interesting cards. There's a decent, like for me these days, I always like a Generation Discover. So I really like the Mech card. I really like the Warlock Mage card that gives you random spells. The Warrior weapon that gives you some taunt minions or stuff. I like those type of cards. So there's a decent amount of Discover and Generation. So I think it's okay. I think it'll be fun to play with. As far as what, assuming it's standard, it might not be. Does it really affect class balance much? I feel like it will make. Maybe let me just go back to that weapon. I feel like it makes Shaman, an already good class better, probably, because they just like get this. Warrior also got pretty good things, right? Like Warrior got the weapon, Mage meta. I mean, Mage got some more good stuff, but I wouldn't say it like any of the Mage cards are really game breaking. Like I thought Star Power was kind of. Here, let's make this a little bit bigger just to see. Like, I think Star Power is kind of fine. This card's cool, but I don't think it's, like, broken. Fine card, but I don't know. I feel like it just made, like, the good classes a little bit better, honestly. Is kind of my opinion opinion of it. Oh, yeah, Cool Ghoul. So Cool Ghoul will be... You're going to be seeing that everywhere, right? DK plus Paladin. Yeah. I think the Rush Charge card might be better than we think because the hits might often lead on Divine Shield. Well, I mentioned that, Coda. That does make it a little bit better, right? Divine Shield, for sure. Cool Ghoul, 5-star. I give it a 4.5, but it's really good. Yeah, I mean, you'll be taking it pretty much every time. Paladin might just jump a few percentage. Druid's going to keep being ass, and Rogue might be a bit better. Oh, yeah, Rogue got some okay cards. Rogue got the... but I don't know if any of them are really, like, game changers, It's like One Hit Wonder's a good card. I don't know, like Plagiarize is a good card, but it's not like game breaking, right? Like maybe Tough Crowd could be in the right spot, but it's the classes that can make like boards on demand out of nowhere, you know, like Warrior with riffs, double riff, or Shaman with Pack the House, Priest with Harmonic Pop after, you know, being super greedy. So is it going to be a different issue? We really don't know, MC Zach. So Arena has been standard for a while, quite a few rotations now, and it will probably be announced tomorrow on Wednesday. So, you know. Is you going to catch all these cards you say are good but not great? Well, sure. I mean, a lot of the cards in the right situation can be great, right? Like Backstage Bouncer, for example. And we said this card was good. But, yeah, at least it'll be some new stuff to get kicked by. Hopefully has the impact. But my personal impressions are that these cards are not really meta-defining, you know? Like, if... I'm hoping, after doing the review, I'm hoping we actually... Now I'm hoping more we get a real rotation, because I don't think these cards really shake up the meta that much. I think it's still going to be Warrior and Shaman on top, with Priest maybe, you know, in the mix. It's just like... None of the cards are like, oh yeah, this is just going to make this class relevant. Yeah, so... Soul Set saddens me. I don't know. I mean... I think there's some pretty cool cards. I actually really like the cards that have multiple effects, you know? Like the Mech card. Obviously I like this one because you know, Mage, but I like these cards that have like 4 different effects. Because the thing about it, like if you compare these cards to, what was it, Witchwood, where they alternate between 2? Was it Witchwood? So you had like the 3/8 versus the 8/3 Divine Shield Rush. I think it will feel less bad when you hit a certain one, because it's like 1 out of 4. Like the thing that made those cards feel so bad, it previously was like you really wanted one of them and then you get the other one at the time that you need it. It's just like, come on. But here it's like, oh, I lucked out and got the random mechs, or I lucked out and got the 2 random frost spells. And when you don't and you hit the coins or whatever and they're not useful, it's like, it's fine. And sometimes the coins will be useful, so. Do you think the lead designer's been fumbling these last 2 expansions? Seems like they're learning the job. No, I actually really like the flavor of these expansions. Not everything needs to be like colossal power level broken. So no, I don't think so. I think, standard players are much more kind of like, these cards are mad than Arena. And Arena, any modern set, there's going to be some good cards that are going to have a big impact. For standard, I've heard that they're just kind of playing the same meta still, but no, I enjoy a lot of the cards, and I'm excited for Wednesday. Even if we don't get a rotation, I'll be excited, but I'd be more excited if we do get one. So anyhow, enough blah blah blah. Thanks for watching my Audiopocalypse Arena card review. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, follow, comment, subscribe. Wait, is follow a thing on YouTube? Like, comment, subscribe, boom, those ones. And yeah, looking forward to the new stuff. Hopefully it's fun.